Time to feed the trolls.
Season 2!
Hello, this is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and I need a haircut again. And welcome to Feeding the Trolls. Now, I've done my fair share of the COD Enlightenment Army. If for nothing else, the fact that they're batshit insane makes them kind of funny to watch. So I thought, since I've got a couple of videos that I'm trying to throw together right now, that I might as well do another one of the COD Enlightenment Army. So, put your hands together for Advanced Edition.
I'm going to show you how Call of Duty gets positive feedback.
Oh, I cannot wait for you to enlighten me on the subject matter of the Call of Duty Enlightenment Army.
You see, Activision was the one who came up with the idea Call of Duty, the first FPS obviously.
Oh, yeah, Call of Duty was the first FPS ever made, obviously. Quite an interesting story, actually. You see, a lot of the lesser gamer developers decided to use their time machines to steal the idea of COD and go back in time and build the original games. You see, in the original timeline, we'll call it Timeline Alpha, video games and computing and electronics just kind of sprung up in the late 1990s through magic. You see, it was the final attempt by God to prove to us that the Earth does in fact not move. But the evil, devil-possessed lesser gamers somehow track down this magic and use it to form what's called a temporal sigil. Using this temporal sigil, they went back in time to the 70s and 80s and early 90s. But then the god of ice cream began to rain down chocolate sprinkles. Because you see, when you put a key inside of an old-fashioned wind-up clock and you turn that key, the hands on the clock go around. It's the same as saying COD is the first game ever made, but that key is moving regardless. Now, down to business.
Activision is our god, and Intelligent COD fanboy is Messias.
Does this mean Intelligent COD fanboy is gonna be nailed to a cross? This cross totally rips off COD! These nails are just a rip-off of COD bullets! This wood rips off COD too! Because in Call of Duty, there's wood in the game, and now I'm nailed to wood, and that's a rip-off of Call of Duty! Call of Duty was the first cross!
Activision gave ICF a copy of Call of Duty and asked him to show the world what a real game is.
Really? That's kinda weird, since Intelligent COD fanboy joined YouTube in 2011. Wait a minute. Wait. I see what's going on here. Intelligent COD fanboy was given a copy of COD by Activision in the future. And then he went back in time to 2003 and gave the same copy to Activision again so they could release it as the original Call of Duty. Which means at some point in the future, Intelligent COD fanboy will have to get the original copy of the game and go back in time, thus completing the loop. Except when he goes back to the past, he'll meet himself, which means Intelligent COD fanboy's gonna have to kill Intelligent COD fanboy in order to close the loop and keep a temporal causality tangent from occurring.
He started to spread words to the gaming world.
I love that picture. Play this, my children, in memory of me.
About the only true gaming game, Call of Duty.
Ah yes, gaming games, as opposed to the go outside and do yard work games.
But haters and ignorance started to show up. Intelligent COD fanboy knew he have to create a group called Enlightenment Army. And with the Enlightenment Army he would success, and Activision shall be pleased.
What?
Success.
Succept? Do you mean succeed?
And Activision shall be pleased. But things started go wrong.
Oh no. Did things start go wrong? That bad. We will send all in Call of Duty Enlightenment Army. We will send the Call of Duty Enlightenment Army to your position. Once we have secured your position, we will send the COD Enlightenment Army to the God Kuna Acnovision.
But things started go wrong. Lesser gamers from hell came up, built up their own evil empire.
The gamers from hell? Dude, have you, in all seriousness, have you ever considered writing this in a book? I mean it. This seems like a really strong idea for a parody book. It can be called The COD Enlightenment Army Bible. Or maybe Call of Duty Enlightenment Testimony. You know, and it can start off, in the beginning there were Activision.
Lesser gamers destroyed everything Enlightenment Army had built. Lesser gamers teached gamers Call of Duty players to join them and play pathetic games like Sonic, Halo, Killzone, Battlefield, Mario, and many other false games.
Hey! Don't knock X! X is a great game! X helped me through a lot of hard times, you asshole! I play X every day! In fact, COD rips off X, because in some of the subtitles, there's an X right there. Did they get permission to use X's logo? Bunch of stealing motherfuckers at Activision probably thought no one would notice, but I noticed, ripping off X. X is the best game since Y!
It didn't took long before Enlightenment Army became stronger than before.
My God, they're slightly in shape!
Enlightenment gave lesser gamers a chance to change their mind, and they will go to heaven.
So what's the God cares about count up to now? Let's see, he cares about what movie you watch, he cares about whether or not you send your kids to a public school, he cares about whether or not you're gay, he cares about whether or not your wife has a job, and now he cares about whether or not you accept Call of Duty as your Lord and Savior. I hate to say it, but I think God's going off the deep end, you know? I don't know whether or not he's gone off his meds, or...
If they purchase Call of Duty content, where at Enlightenment gets opposite love to hate.
What?
If they purchase Call of Duty content, where at Enlightenment gets opposite love to hate.
So if they purchase Call of Duty content, the Call of Duty Enlightenment Army gives opposite love to hate? What?
Since nobody want to accept that COD is the only game, and was the first FPS ever created. However, Activision gave intelligent COD fanboy and Call of Duty copy.
Alright guys, how can we promote this new game? I got it! We give our game to a sociopath!
ICF spread the positive and truth about Call of Duty. Activision gave COD to ICF, and ICF gave Call of Duty to gamers.
Okay, so now in addition to Call of Duty being the first FPS, it is now solely the credit of Intelligent COD Fanboy that Call of Duty even got out to people. So someone's ego is going up there. Anyway, that was Advanced Edition, so, you know, I just want to do a real quick thing for you guys. If any of you have suggestions for trolls you'd like me to do, list them in the comments below. This is Cute Fuzzy Weasel, and, you know, subscribe, watch, link, tell your friends, you know, all kinds of stuff. Have a good night. Wait. Oh God! Oh yeah, it was actually pretty safe. You know what? Screw this. Let's just dump a bunch of on the pizza.